Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997. I had a request by Remix720 to do my Marvel Select Ghost Rider, so here I am doing that review. Now, I wanted to say right off the bat, this was my first Marvel Select. I've always had this figure ever since I've started doing reviews. I haven't opened him for one big reason, and that's that he does not come with a motorcycle in his package. Now, that's just ridiculous. I wouldn't buy a Silver Surfer figure without his board, and Ghost Rider packaged without his motorcycle is probably the stupidest thing Marvel Select has ever done as a toy company. He comes with a platform in hell with all these fiery hands reaching up to get him. The fire detail does look nice. There's his head, and there's a lot of orange around it to make it like fire, I suppose. Okay. There's the side art from Garth Ennis's Road to Damnation. There he is on the base, with Marvel Spotlight 5 over here, Moon Knight, and Mephisto. I also thought it was pretty funny, because I'm a huge Ghost Rider fanboy. You won't really be able to tell, but right here where it fades to white, there's the cover of Ghost Rider number 2 out of the original series. Where on the cover, it was Satan towering over Ghost Rider, and it says, "Welcome to Hell, mortal." They've actually blotted out the word hell, which I found funny. Okay. Now, I wanted to address one quick thing before I pull this figure out of the box. The major complaint I've heard about this figure is that he does not come with a chain. This is Johnny Blaze, the first Ghost Rider unless you count the 2 Western characters before him. He did not have a chain. Johnny would use Blast of Hellfire to burn the soul of his enemies. He never ever had a chain. That movie that they came out with was the biggest piece of crap ever. They combined 8 stories. They matched the character. Caretaker was actually supposed to be like 4 different characters. And it completely ruined the Ghost Rider mythos almost. I mean, next to Wanted, that's the worst comic book movie I've ever seen. Okay, but I'm trying to stay positive, but like I've said, that... Ugh. Anyways, let's pull this bad boy out of the box and see if he has any redeeming characteristics. Okay, and here he is out of the box. I've got to admit, I was pleasantly surprised by this figure. Now, that doesn't make up for the lack of a motorcycle, but it gives it points. Now, I have him in a very nice pose here. I thought the base was meant to be posed this way, as it was in the pack, but apparently not. You can actually see one of the hands looks like it's grasping the foot of Ghost Rider, which is a very nice little touch. Let's pull him off the base here. Okay, articulation is nice. Arms rotate 360 degrees. And out. Well, they rotate out to a point about here on this arm and about here on this arm. Wrist joint, elbow joint. Head rotates, but not 360 degrees. It also does not go up and down. Legs move up and down. Knee joint. Ankle joint. Torso joint. Okay, so the articulation is good. It's stiff when you pull it out of the pack, but it's not as so stiff that the figure is unreasonable. Okay, the head sculpt is fantastic with the exception of, it looks like Ghost Rider's fire is being blown by wind. That would be if he's riding the motorcycle, which they didn't include. Broken record, I know. Now, it should be going straight up, which, you know, is disappointing, but not horrible. The fire is almost a translucent plastic, which is a very nice detail. Gotta admit, the detail on this guy is top-notch. The suit is blue, which in the original book they said they always wanted his suit to be black, but when they started drawing like light shining on it, people thought it was blue, so they decided to just run with that idea that it was always blue. So, you know, that's forgivable. Okay, on to the base. You can see the fire is very nicely detailed, as I've already said. The hands reaching up are creepy. All soft plastic, but in place. Okay, with the foot pegs where my thumbs are to go under the demon hand. So the base is actually very nice. Not wall mountable, which is disappointing, but not horrible either. Okay, well, this figure is very cool. I've already said I'm a die-hard Ghost Rider fanboy. And while I am very disappointed this figure did not come with a motorcycle, I'm kind of forgiving because now I'm thinking back. There was a few times that Ghost Rider actually ventured into hell. Now, he used his motorcycle some there, but I think there was one instance where Johnny and Ghost Rider were split in 2, that he couldn't actually summon the motorcycle, so that's forgivable. Also, in the original series, before Johnny realized that he could make a motorcycle out of pure hellfire, he had to ride a normal motorcycle. And in the first issue, there's actually a part where he loses it and he ends up driving a truck. So, I'm going to go a little easy on it. I'm actually going to do 8.5 on this guy. He surprised me, and I was wrong. I admit my mistakes. He's $20. Well, he was at least. I went back on eBay and checked. You can still pick this guy up for about $20. He's definitely worth $20. Now, I wanted to address a couple of things. The original Ghost Rider was a Western character in a fully white jumpsuit named Rex Fury. Comics Code he was based off well, he wasn't based off, but the idea for the name came from a country song, Ghost Riders in the Sky. Now, Comics Code came along and wiped that guy out. Marvel reinvented him as Carter Slade with the same outfit, but no mention of Rex Fury. They then invented this guy, Johnny Blaze, who did not have the chain, of course, Blast of Hellfire. Johnny's whole deal was he made a deal with the devil to save his stepfather, Crash Simpson. Crash was going to die of cancer. Johnny said, don't let him die. You can have my soul. He then died in a motorcycle accident. The devil came to claim Johnny's soul, and Roxanne Simpson, his stepsister, saved him. That's right, stepsister. Not the carnival owner's daughter. Not a fan of that movie. Now later on they did bring in the Western character, but they called him Knight Rider, which later switched to Phantom Rider because they didn't want to, incur any lawsuits. But overall, it was a good character. One other thing I did want to mention is a lot of people say that Mephistopheles, or Mephisto, was Ghost Rider's main villain. He wasn't. It's Satan. For some reason, towards the late 70s, Marvel switched to saying, everything they had said that Satan had done, they kind of changed it around. For example, Satan in Marvel's books and Ghost Rider's book went to Mephisto, and they never really explained it. Damien Hellstorm, the son of Satan, went to not actually being the son of Satan, being the son of a different demon, which was kind of weird. Now, I don't want to get on a rant because I could keep you here all day. Overall, 8.5, surprisingly good. Pick him up.